The abduction of 287 school students in Kuriga, the abductions of 16 children from an Islamic school, and the abductions of 112 residents of an IDP camp in Borno State are some of the notable occurrences captured in the report of military operations in the bi-weekly briefing. According to the Director of Defense Media Operations, in all the three major abduction cases, the military did not receive any information before or during the attacks, but learned of the incidents hours later.
Preliminary investigation revealed that the internally displaced persons left camp to undisclosed locations to fetch firewood, which was beyond the permissible distance approved of 5 to 7 kilometers from their camp. Now, these internally displaced persons did not notify the camp authorities of their movement. It was later that same night, at about 20-30 hours at night, when the IDPs did not return to camp, that alarm was raised as to the possible abduction by terrorists. It was at this stage that troops were notified of the incident. On the 9th of March, terrorists invaded and kidnapped 16 pupils, otherwise called Almajiris, with a woman in Gada, local government area of Sokoto State. The incident took place at about 0100 hours, which otherwise known as 1 a.m. And it was not reported to troops until about 1500 hours, otherwise 3 p.m. of the same day. Now, the late reporting of this incident affected troops' response time in the ongoing search and rescue effort. On the 7th of March, troops received information that terrorists had invaded LEA school in Chikum local government area of Kaduna State. The report indicated that they had abducted unconfirmed number of pupils. Now, this incident was reported barely an hour or two after it occurred, and similarly, like in the other two cases, troops had no prior knowledge of the activity that was going to go on in the school and was not notified timely in order to respond adequately in search and rescue. Nevertheless, we will not rest until these hostages are returned. The situation is, however, indicative of the desperation of these terrorists to avoid troops' onslaught by all means. You may recall that in recent times, troops have decimated several of the terrorist leaders, their commanders and their foot soldiers, and are fast closing in on several others. The terrorists have exhibited gross cowardice by going for such soft targets to impede troops' advances.
In response to questions if security operators had dropped the ball, Buba says the terrorists resorted to kidnappings and abductions to boost recruitment drives and use victims as human shields due to NATO troops' onslaughts. The armed forces assures the nation that getting these hostages back is on the top of military priorities. Meanwhile, during the week under review, the armed forces say that troops neutralized 213 terrorists and arrested 216 of them. Troops also arrested 67 perpetrators of oil theft and rescued 26 kidnapped hostages. Ferdinand Duroha, Arise News.